Here's a little salamander, a baby salamander here in the mud. No, I think it's a fence lizard. They don't normally swim. Got him. There he is. It's a baby fence lizard. Just got him out of the pond. He's all wet. Not a salamander. Salamander's skin would be smooth. In fact, salamanders get lots of respiration action from breathing through their skin. This little guy breathes through his nostrils. He has nice, happy lungs. And so long as he keeps his head up, just like you in the pool, I want to put this western fence lizard on a fence. He doesn't belong in the water. He belongs on a fence. So if I tickle him a little bit, and he'll walk out of the picture.
Sure.
On his way to my finger. He won't leave.
You got a friend, Bill.
Darn. You can never have too many friends. Who needs Fido or Fifi when you can have Scolophorus occidentalis as a friend? Well, there he is. He seems to be a happy camper. My fingers are warm. He seems content. He's very young. Let me roll him over, and you can see his blue underside. His belly is not blue, but there's a little blue thing on his neck. Maybe you can see it. See a little slight blue on his throat? Even a baby this small has a little blue throat. When he gets up to be a granddaddy, he'll have lots of blue covering a good portion of his chest. There's his little head. I was holding him a little bit earlier, and he actually went to sleep. He likes the warmth of my fingers. I think he's closing his eyes now. Yeah, he's taking a snooze. He's not at all afraid of me. I don't know how old he is, but he's out there becoming part of the food chain, or he's out there being clever and secretive and looking forward to growing up. He'll eat little things, little crawly things, little insects. He's happy and healthy. This little lizard is probably the most common lizard in Southern California, at least on the coast. He's happy in the chaparral. He's happy in urban areas where there's a fence to sit on top of. Shall we see if we can take a look at his little tail? Now, what happens to lizards is sometimes they lose their tail as they escape from a predator. This guy's tail is totally intact. He hasn't had a lot of trauma in his life yet. Hopefully he'll grow up to be 3, 4, 5 inches. Maybe we'll count the tail in that measurement, maybe we won't. There's his tail. I don't want to break it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count 5 toes on his hind leg. That little tail might break off. It has a little special joint, you might say, on each vertebrae. And if it breaks off on the joint, it will heal and grow a new tail. Not as nice as the first tail, but a tail nevertheless. If it breaks off not on that joint, he might bleed to death. So the losing of the tail is fairly precise in the lizard world. We found this little guy swimming on the water. I wasn't quite sure what to think of that. I knew fishes don't normally swim along the surface, and he wasn't a water strider insect, but he was so light that he was able to walk along the surface in this very, very slow-moving stream. So I plucked him out of the water, thinking he might have been a salamander. Turns out he was a little baby fence lizard.